Are you in Japan, returning to Japan, or still trying to make sense of what it's done to you? Hi, I'm Mark, and I've spent 40 years learning that Japan is a relationship, not a destination. Welcome to Japan Unhurried for people who want to understand Japan, not just visit it. There are plenty of channels out there that'll tell you what to see in Japan, where to eat, what to bring, where to line up, how to squeeze the most attractions into the fewest days. This isn't one of them. Japan Unhurried is about how to see Japan, not just what it is, but what it's trying to tell you. Beyond the bucket list destinations, beyond the amusement park itinerary, and what it might just be telling you about yourself. Because that's the other reason you travel, right? Not just to get to your destination, but to figure out where you are in all of this. So sometimes you just have to slow it down, because if you don't, you may never get there. And in that sense, you could think of me as the ultimate slow traveler and slow learner. I've spent more than 40 years living and traveling back and forth between Japan at every stage of life, from tiny apartments with a shared bathroom down the hall to penthouses overlooking the harbor. And all that jarring back and forth has sensitized me to things most people don't notice on a single trip or tour of duty. And it popped out of me in a speech that won Japan's most prestigious language prize, making me one of only a handful of Americans ever to win it. Yeah, that's me. More than a few years back, I put some miles on. But it was one of the great honors of my life. It also has an unbelievable backstory. I'll drop a link at the end. You don't want to miss it, because it's been an amazing journey. I've watched Japan change from a place where I could go for weeks without seeing another foreigner to one welcoming tens of millions of visitors per year, all coming to see Japan and gain some kind of insight. And now, as I return to Japan, this time for treatment related to a progressive vision condition, I may be short of sight, but I can still see through things, and things often unseen by those who are trying to see Japan for the first time or for the 39th time. Because the issue still comes down to one thing: trust. People trust those whom they believe understand them. And I think that's what I was able to convey in that speech, which was only 7 minutes long, but took 15 years to write. And when I look back and I realize my Japanese language skill was definitely in the bottom half of the people on the stage that day, no question about it. But perfection is not what moves the trust needle. Understanding does. So if you're trying to understand Japan, not just visit it, I'd be honored to help. I can't put in the work or do the reps for you, but I can hand you some sharper tools than what I had. Insights into Japanese history, culture, products, places, hidden layers beneath them. One episode, you'll see a famous ghost hiding in plain sight on a Kyoto side street. In another, you'll learn what an untranslatable idiom tells you about the Japanese mindset. In another, we'll take a walk down the memory lane of those made in Japan products that have really put so much of the world at our fingertips. The possibilities are endless. Not to see more Japan, but to understand more and meet Japan again for the first time. If that sounds interesting, I'd be honored to have you join me. Welcome to Japan Unhurried.